Yeah, so you take 2 benches like this, put another one right there, and you put seats back on the other side over there too.
Is this bird now?
This one? No, that wasn't a Vietnam. It was built around the same time that ended Vietnam.
Yeah, I think the pipe over there said that this near flight again, right?
Yeah, like these are in the same squadron. The squadron has Cobras and Hueys in it, so there's 18 Cobras and 9 Hueys in every squadron. So we fly together a lot.
Have you ever been shot at?
Yeah, several times over. It's hard to hit it. It's kind of stuff. Yeah, we have snipers. Like snipers attached there. A little rig goes across, and they sit their gun on top.
Yeah.
They'll sit here, and like we do
support.
Exactly. Like
Does anybody stand?
Yeah, like the gun mount goes right here. It's not on the helicopter right now. It attaches down here. You see lugs. It sits up. So the rocket pod hangs underneath the gun mount, and the Gatling gun sits on top. It's bigger now, like the new one. It works. So you can try to look for the helicopter.
The black ones would be easy.
Yeah, that's why the black one's only fine.
Have a fucking sound system.
Imagine.
Lamborghini. What's up? It has the Lamborghini doors. It goes up.
That's what she said.
When your Carlos.
One of these is porno.
Both of these.
Most people in the military, normally you're only required to have guys shoot the shoulder missiles. They just lead you and you shoot. This thing detects. Well, the problem.
That's a 20mm cannon. And, it'll go 180 degrees. It'll also go 50 degrees down.
How big are the shrouds?
They're about that big.
This right here senses when a missile is shot the plume. Okay? So you have infrared missiles that guys carry on their shoulders. Those things don't carry radar. Okay? So when that thing shoots, it puts off a certain signature plume. That picks it up, hopefully. And then it ties in with this, which is tied in with what's called a flare, F-L-A-R-E system. And they go into these buckets here, and it automatically shoots off a certain amount of flares that it's programmed in the helicopter. It throws off flares, and then I know when I get flares off the aircraft, that means a missile's either been fired or it's a false alarm. So I'm looking, that's built to defeat the first missile. Right? So that's how all this is tied into. Then it's upon me to find the second missile, because they usually shoot in pairs, evade, and manually throw. So that's how this is all tied in.
How many rounds were you playing?
This holds 750 rounds. What's that? This is the 20mm cannon that shoots a 20mm round, which is about that long and about that thick. It's what's called semi-armor piercing high incendiary, SAFI rounds. Okay, so it shoots a round in combat that can pierce pretty much any vehicle, and light armored vehicles. It's also explosive and it's incendiary, meaning when it hits, it explodes and it catches things on fire. So if it hits a person, it's pretty much that's not good. What's that? This right here, with all the duct tape around it, you like how we do that? This is what's called an ISLID. It's an IR pointer. At night, if someone has night vision goggles on and I point that thing, they can see where I'm pointing. So at night, how we do what's called close air support missions, you have a guy on the ground, he has a little laser pointer like that, it's a little laser, he points it out there, everyone's on night vision goggles, we fly on night vision goggles. I see his pointer, he can say, hit that. I can slew my gun over, see it's connected with the gun, I can slew my gun over, turn on that pointer, and actually as soon as I hit what's called my action bar, the gun points either to where my head is pointing at, or it points to where this thing's pointing at, okay? And as soon as it points, my laser pointer comes on and I can match his laser, and he said, and he can clear me to shoot. Okay? So So that's how that works.
This is the gunner.
Well, actually, both of these positions are pilot positions. Both guys are pilots in this aircraft, okay? You can fly, as you can see, from each position. The primary flying location, though, is from this position. This guy shoots missiles. He shoots the Hellfire missile, he shoots the TOW missile, he also shoots this gun. I can shoot the gun from this seat. I can also shoot a Hellfire from this seat if I wanted to. Okay? I can slew this gun to where it's slewed with the aircraft, and wherever I point the aircraft, this guy can shoot the gun. Or he can go into a different mode and do it with the camera, and also with the location of his head. This seat, though, is primarily the guy that shoots. He's the only guy that shoots rockets. We carry 2.75-inch rockets, and actually we've got the bucket over on the left-hand side wing stub there that carries those. We also shoot a bigger 5-inch rocket, which is about that big around. So.
You know what the fire rate on this?
What's that?
The fire rate, like how it was?
The rate? This will shoot 650 rounds a minute, while I hold 750 rounds. So if I hold the trigger down, it's out in about a minute. But you don't need that much. All I need is about, typically we shoot 6-second bursts, and that's about all you need. So, it's a traditional Gatling gun. And actually, if you guys know anything about airplanes, this is the exact same gun that's used on a F-18 and an F-16. The only difference is, if you see if you look in there, you'll see there's slots for 6 barrels. Yeah. We only put 3 barrels because we shoot at a lower rate. An F-18, I think, shoots about 5,000 or so rounds a minute. So he'll be out of, if he holds his trigger down, he's out of rounds in about 5 seconds. So he doesn't have that much firing time. But he's just got more barrels on the same gun and it spins faster. We have what's called reliability rates in combat and outside of combat, or mission capability rates. In Iraq, while I was there, the mission capability rate of the Apache was about 50%, meaning about 50% of their aircraft at any one point in time was able to go out and do a combat mission. Our mission capability rate was consistently above 90%. What does that say to you is, this aircraft is very resilient when it comes to working in dirty conditions, sand, salt water. We don't break. It's built